Here we are again, folks. It's Brother Peter with tidbits from the Word. And we are in the book of Job, chapter 38. And in this book, we are finding out that God gives the description of when He designed the earth. And He's asking this man, Job, who right now, for a minute or two, he has a little qualm with Job. And he has a qualm for a reason. The reason that we have discomfort for a minute or two sometimes on this earth, and the reason Job was experiencing a little discomfort with God right here, is God wanted to say, not just to Job, but He wanted to catalog in this book the writings that are here now, that they may be for you and I. And that's what this book says. It says that everything was written in the Old Testament was written for our instruction, for our learning, for our knowledge. The knowledge you and I have can become wisdom. By turning it into the knowledge of God, it can become wisdom. On a daily basis, the steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord. What would the steps of a good man be? Well, there's no such thing, Jesus said, as a good man. So what makes a man a good man? If he's following and he's following the order of God for his steps. That's what makes him a good man. Spiritually speaking, you must have fellowship on a daily basis, minute by minute, hour by hour, second by second, with God. If you don't, you will be breaking the rules. And when you break the rules, you break fellowship. Be careful what you do in life. Do not break fellowship with the Lord. All right. We just read a few minutes ago in Job chapter 38 where God, His treasure house, He has reserved the hail for judgment. And we also see where God hath taken the snow, and the snow is a treasure. Do you know what the snow is to the earth? The snow is to the earth what a fine lady is to a man. A fine lady is to a man what helps that man get through his life. And the snow to the earth is what helps the earth get through to the day that God will be finished with it and He starts a new one. And more than likely, the new heaven and the new earth will be designed exactly the same exact way. Why? God's never made a mistake. Did you ever think about it? But God has never made a mistake. This earth is perfect. This earth is perfect. It would maintain itself everlasting, forever. It would maintain itself. It will replenish, renew, refresh, start over. Replenish, renew, refresh. Winter, summer, spring, and fall. God said they will never end. They will be an eternal circle that will never end. Did you know that there's no bottom to an eternal circle? There is no bottom to an eternal circle. You go as far east as you want to, and you will never quit going east. You can go north and run to the North Pole and be going south. But you can go east and never go west. You can continue to go east. So, and Let's look at what he said here in 24. By what way is the light parted? This is God speaking to Job now. By what way is the light parted, which scattereth the east wind upon the earth? Who hath divided the watercourse of the overflowing of the water, or a way of the lightning of the thunder, to cause it to rain on the earth where no man is, on the wilderness wherein there is no man, to satisfy the desolate and waste ground, to cause the bud of the tender herb and the spring forth? Listen to what God is saying. Even in the places where there is no man, the rainforest, the deserts, the places, God designed everything to work. And to work through the rain, the thunders and the lightnings. Everything has a purpose. Every single thing has a purpose. God can take the lightning, strike a piece of this earth that is overgrown or that has choked itself to death and become unprosperous for its condition, strike it with a bolt of lightning, set it on fire, burn it off, and start over with it again. That's God's handiwork. He can do that. And by the way, sometimes man pollutes the land so bad that God does do that. He has cleaned areas of the earth. We've seen it right here in the United States of America. We've seen him clean an area of the earth off with a little fire. We've seen him clean the area of an earth off with a tidal wave. Just come in with that tidal wave and clean that area up and sweep it out to the ocean and clean it up. Listen, 28, Job 38:28. Hath the rain a father? Or who hath begotten the drops of dew? Wow. This right here is an outstanding statement. Let me ask you this. Do you know if there was no dew, this earth would not work? The dew is what takes the place of the rain when it's necessary. The dew can water thousands of acres of food garden and make it work. The dew is one of the most important things on the earth. Out of whose womb came the ice? Out of whose womb came the ice? And the hoary frost of the heaven, who hath gendered it? The waters I hid as with a stone, and the face of the deep is frozen. Do you know? It's amazing that the finite man has felt like he is so smart. But God put the ice cap up there where he did in the North Pole for a reason. He said he set it right here, like a stone. It's set there for a reason. And that water in it is set there for a reason, to the end of the age. And at the end of the age, when God doesn't need it anymore, he'll do away with it. My thinking of it is, though, is that when God has the new heaven and